This is Lucky Smith. Today is March 18th of 2012, and I'm with Mark interviewing him. This is for Starver News magazine. So go ahead and continue.
And I asked him, so you have nothing to hide. Why don't you go back inside your apartment, take all your stuff inside? And he goes, no, I'm afraid they're gonna frame me somehow. They're gonna put something on me. And I go, listen, were you there? Be honest. There's nobody here. It's just you and I. Were you there? Did you kill this girl? And he goes, I didn't kill her, but I was there.
What would you react if he would have just told you?
I wouldn't have been surprised anymore after that. He was hiding in his van and everything. Now I knew this guy was, and he had been a suspect in Ashley Elleren's murder and all that stuff. All these little things, the story about the girl being tased and all this stuff, this all comes together in one big piece. And I go, what do you mean you were there? He goes, well, my friend and I, he didn't say, if he said the name, I don't remember, a friend of his and himself burglarized this girl's parents' house, according to him. And she came home, surprised them, and his friend that burglarized the house together with Mike stabbed her to death. And he said it was crazy, it was messy, like there was a lot of blood or something. That's what I took from what he said.
Do you have any idea maybe how, or can you talk about maybe how he stalked or met his victims or alleged victims?
I think what I think he met probably a lot of them online, on dating sites.
On dating sites online.
And
wow.
he would meet girls just randomly at gas stations, or just probably took, like the last one he tried to kill. It just takes something like him seeing somebody he likes and he tries to talk to them and they blow him off, and this is it. He gets upset. And his hatred for pretty girls, I think, coupled with his hatred for law enforcement, he hates cops more than anything. You know, he hates cops more than anything. And for him, killing somebody and getting away with it means to him, because he's such an egoistic piece of shit, he thinks he's the smartest guy there is. For him to get away with this and not being caught by those cops means automatically he's smarter than those cops, and they go to school for it, and he's smarter than them. He gets away and they can catch him. So for him that was a thrill. The horror movies, his hatred for law enforcement, and the way he felt about women, it was like a combination of all these things.
Did he ever talk about his childhood? What kind of childhood did he have?
No, he would tell me that his parents took care of him real well, and they were loving and everything. I found out from people that know his family that wasn't true, but he wasn't abused or anything like that. No, I doubt it. All his siblings, he has a few, I think he has about 6 siblings. From what people say that know them, I only know one brother, and he was a nice guy, but from what people say who knows the family, they say they were all nice. They're all nice people, except for him. He was the weird one. That's what they say, so I don't know. His brother was total opposite from him. His brother was calm, he was nice, there was no bad temper, he was married with a kid and everything. He had a straight life. No, he was the opposite from Mike. And Mike was different. You know? I don't know. Do I feel guilty? You know? I wonder what could I have done. I'm always wondering about that. You know, I can't really feel guilty about anything because I didn't know anything. You know. Then when I talked to Lou Sala last year, I asked him, I'm like, why didn't you could have found me so easy. I mean, I'm with this guy almost every day. You could have found me so easy. I would have talked to you in no time. He goes, we didn't find this guy. Nobody wanted to talk to us. We didn't even know of you. Nothing. So last year I spent 2 days with this guy in Chicago who's, you know, I think he's been a homicide detective for 30 years. He's just the nicest person. Not to let this change you, to seeing all these crime scenes and everything, is just amazing. This guy was just really calm and really humble. I'll show you the video. Driving through Chicago in the patrol car.
And
just really an amazing person. I'll come over there.
Do you think this, because like I understand from your background, you got into taking a career in law enforcement. Is this what
that was motivating me?
it was like putting guys, like that was your motivation. You want to put guys like Michael away.
Oh yeah, that's in a patrol car going through a really bad area in Chicago. I tried to film this guy. I didn't want to step on his toes and film and make it so obvious. So I just that's him right there. That's Lucella. Let me show you the homicide bureau. Let's see.
So this became like almost an obsession, right? Was putting this guy away, and it's not.
Cold case homicide, organized crime unit.
So it's not over for you yet, right? Because the trial hasn't started. How does it feel going back and forth to the court dates and testifying?
Great.
You don't mind missing work or taking time off? Or...
I don't care. No. I waited for this for a long time.
How many states are you going to trial for?
How many what?
How many states? Just 2?
Just LA County and Cook County, Chicago. Just the state's attorney staying right here talking to me. This is all the jail in
different jails. There's 13 divisions, and they're all their own jails. Right over here, all of these are all jails.
Can you imagine?
All jails.
I think it's the biggest one in the whole country.
Street that's back. And they're all connected to the courthouse by tunnels. Yeah, that's how they bring. How many prisoners?
It's filmed the jail house, the house Al Capone, and everything.
There were a couple of summers ago, it was like 13,000. And yeah, these are.
Let's see. Just driving with the detectives to show me Illinois, Chicago. Smoking a cigar. He's a sergeant. He can afford to smoke a cigar while he's driving. I'm like, just show me together here. Just show me some bullshit.
Almost looks like LA.
Listen to the cop, what he's saying there. You can't blame these guys. What this guy has seen, you can blame them. That's why you blame certain cops for being biased and you think they're racist. There's a reason for this. They see some terrible things. This guy for 30 years there, thousands of murders. People getting cut up and kids chopped into pieces and everything. And if you see a certain race doing 90% of this, after a while you can't help but to feel any other way. Me and my field, all these clubs and everything. There have been clubs where only Brahms were blacks. The gangbangers. I'm not saying this.
Okay.
I'm not making this up. That's why I'm saying. Okay. There's a reason for that. I'm not saying this. I'm not a person that just comes up with this kind of stuff or makes this up to put a certain race down. Like I said, I don't hate them. You understand? This is just a fact that I had problems with them and nothing else. In this club right now, it's different. Okay?
Yeah.
Most problems are with whites, because there's almost no blacks going there. Most problems are with whites or with Israelis. A lot of problems with Israelis. Okay? But I'm not thinking about this and say, okay, this race is bad, and I worry about it. I don't think about this. I do my own thing. I go on my free time, I go in the mountains and play with the wolf. Alright? And I hope to see the mountain lion, which I did 2 nights ago. You understand?
Yeah, no, I understand.
So there's a reason for that. And the cops, you can't blame them when they say certain things. That this guy has been through fucking hell out there. And I've been through those ghettos, and it's just amazing. So,
how are you going to feel if Michael gets, there's 2 ways this is going to go, either guilty or not guilty. How would you feel if he's found guilty? How, is it going to be over for you at this point?
I mean, it's over for me already, in a way. In a way, it's over for me already. All I want is for him to be locked up, not being able to do anything, and to me to prove myself that I was right about my feelings. I would have felt like an idiot if this guy had turned out to be a really good husband and father, and he had never done anything, and I would feel horrible for saying these things about him, that I think he's a serial killer. But now, this validated my suspicions and everything.
And
so in a way, it's over for me already. When he got arrested, I went home, I opened the beer, I put my feet up, and I just had the greatest feeling. I mean, it was amazing.
And what about if he gets acquitted or found not guilty?
There's a good chance he gets found not guilty on the 2 murder charges he has out here. There's always a chance. On the attempted murder, there's absolutely no way he can get off that. I mean, there's a...
Interesting. I'm going to sign off until the blazing car alarm stops.